I finally got my dream job as a trader at Goldman Sachs. I must secure more deals to impress the boss and earn big bucks. The boss wants to meet me in his office. It's now my chance to prove myself.
Boss.
I have been waiting for you. Sam, I can tell you're ambitious. I have a job for you. Many dumb banks have dished out home loans to undeserving borrowers. Our clients want us to buy insurance on these junk loans so they can make tons of money when these borrowers default.
I understand your concern, boss. But nobody will insure such bonds if they know what's exactly happening.
Exactly. Don't let insurance companies find out that these loans are really crappy. I want you to convince AIG to sell insurance on these junk loans.
Okay, boss. Challenge accepted. Good morning, Mr. AIG. I'm Sam from Goldman Sachs.
What can I do for you?
I have a good deal here for you. Our company is having this pool of good loans. Many insurance companies have approached us, but we, Goldman Sachs, only deal with the best. We know your firm has excellent credit ratings, so we would like you to take on this deal.
How risky is it?
Don't worry, sir. They are definitely safe. Numbers never lie. Look at the average credit rating of these loans. They are just so good. Too good to resist. Even the rating agencies have rated our loans highly.
Okay, this seems like a good deal, but...
Fret not, sir. There's really nothing to worry. This pool of loans is made up of diversified home loans. Looking at history property prices, they have never fallen nationally. Hence, it is highly unlikely for housing prices to fall all at once. How can borrowers across the nation default all at once? It is impossible!
It's true. Fine, you've got yourself a deal.
Boss, I've not told you, boss. The gullible AIG investors insured on all our junk bonds. Now, our clients just have to sit back, relax, and watch their money go in.
Impressive. So how do you do it?
It's simple, boss. It's just a simple number game.
We all know that a loan with a FICO score of 700 is perfect, and anything below 600 is junk loan. A person with a FICO score of 550 is virtually certain to default and should never have been lent money in the first place. I picked the good and junk loans such that the average score of the entire pool is good. For instance, a pool of loans composed of borrowers, all of whom had a FICO score of 615, is far less likely to suffer huge losses than a pool of loans composed of borrowers, half of whom had FICO scores of 550 and half of whom had FICO scores of 680. This means that as long as a borrower with a FICO score of 680 could be found to offset the deadbeat and keep the average at 615, we could trick the AIG investor into assuming that the average pool of loans was a safer bet than it actually was.
Imperfect information occurs when some participants in an economic exchange do not have all the information involved. When one party knows more than the other in the exchange, he may withhold this information to his advantage. This is called asymmetric information, and it leads to market failure through allocative inefficiency. In this video, Goldman Sachs wanted AIG to sell insurance on junk loans. Goldman knew that these loans were high risk and purposely withheld this information from AIG. If AIG had perfect information, they would know that Goldman had been misusing data to downplay the risk. AIG would never accept the deal because the high probability of defaulting means the actual benefit of insuring the junk loans is just a fraction of what is perceived. This diagram shows that the actual private marginal benefit is much lower than the perceived private marginal benefit. This will lead to overconsumption and welfare loss, as AIG insures far more junk loans than it should have. In 2008, the US property market crashed and homeowners began defaulting on their home loans, which rendered the junk loans worthless. AIG was obligated to pay out huge sums of insurance compensation, but it did not have enough money. Fortunately for AIG, the US State Treasury found AIG too big to fail and agreed to bail it out. It all seems pretty unfair, but asymmetric information can be resolved when information is shared with both the buyer and the seller. In Singapore, the MAS publishes a consumer guide that highlights the features and risks of each financial product in order to minimize market failure by helping investors make informed decisions. And this is the story of asymmetric information.